Hey everyone, my name is Atharva and welcome to my YouTube channel. So we are solving a problem of a lead code that is rotate an array by k steps. So basically what we want to do, in this case the value of a k is equal to 3, then we want to do the 3 rotation. So after the first rotation, the 7 is come to here, then after the second rotation, the 6 is also come to here, and after the third rotation, that is the last rotation, the 5 is also come to here, and basically this is our answer. So let's come to whiteboard. And so if the value of a k is equal to 3 and we have an array of a length equal to 7 and the k is equal to 3, where the three elements, that is 5 6 7, will be right rotated, and after rotating to right it will look like this. And after the first rotation, the 7 will be come to here, and after the second rotation the 6 will be shifted to right, and after the third rotation the 5 will also shifted to right, and at last our array will look like this. So now we will see how can we rotate an array by k times. Firstly we will reverse the entire array, then after reversing the entire array, then we will reverse the first three elements, that is 7 6 and 5, and after reversing the three elements we will reverse the remaining four elements. So after reversing the three elements our array will look like this, the 5 6 7. Then after reversing the remaining elements, then our array will become like this, that is 1 2 3 4 5, and this is basically our answer, that is our output. In this case what we can see, if the value of a k is equal to 7 and the length of an array is also 7, then after the 7 rotation the array will be same as it was original. So what can we do, that if the k is multiple of n, then we can just return the original array. To find if the k is multiple of a n or not, what we can do, that we can just check that if the k modulus by n is equal to 0, then we can just return our original array. So if this condition satisfied, then we can just return our original array, else we can do our further operations. So suppose the value of a k is equal to 7 14 or 28, then after the 7 rotation our array will be as it was original, or after the 14 rotation also the array will be as it was original. So can I ask you that if I rotate an array by 8 places, so if the value of a k is equal to 8, then we need to just split the 8 into the 7 plus 1, and on the 7 rotation our array will be as it was original, then we need to just perform a 1 rotation. If the value of a k is equal to 9, then if we split a 9 into the 7 plus 2, then after the 7 rotation our array will be as it was original, then we need to just perform a 2 rotation. So if the value of a k is equal to 15, then if we split a 15 into the 7 plus 1, then on the 2 7 rotation our array will be as it was original, then we need to just perform a 1 rotation. So whatever the value of a k is given doesn't matter, we just need to perform, that is the k should equal to the k modulus by n, where n is the length of an array. Suppose the value of a k is equal to 20, then the 20 modulus by 7 will equal to 6, where the 20 is split into the 7 plus 6, and after the 2 rotation our array will be same as it is, then we just need to perform. If the value of a k is greater than the 7 or the lesser than the 7, we just need to perform the k modulus by n operations, and if the value of a k is multiple of a 7, then we just need to return the original array. So now let's implement the intuition in the pseudocode. So firstly we need to create a function of rotate, which takes an array and a k. Okay, now if the k is multiple of a length of an array, then we need to just return an array. So we need to just return the original array, and now we need to reverse the entire array. In this case we can see we need to reverse an entire array. So if we create a function of reverse, and in that we pass an array, and we need to reverse from 0 to length of array minus 1, and now we need to just reverse the k elements that we can see in this case the 5 6 7. So we need to reverse the k elements which we want to start from 0 to k minus 1. Then we need to reverse the remaining elements, and uh, so now we need to reverse the remaining elements from k equal to length of array minus 1, where the k is equal to 3. Then we need to reverse the elements from 4 to the length of array minus 1, where the length of array is 7 and 7 minus 1 is 6. Then we need to reverse the element from 3 to 6. So in this case we are reversing the elements from 3 to 6, and in this case we are reversing the elements from 0 to k minus 1, where the k is equal to 3, and we are reversing from the 0 to 2. So now let's write an reverse function, where the reverse function will take an array as an input, the starting index and the ending index. Now we need to run an while loop where the start should be less than end, and we need to swap the two elements. That is, firstly we can store the element of arr dot start in temp. Then the array of start is equal to array of end, and the array of end is equal to temp. Then we need to do start plus plus and end minus minus, and so our while loop will run until the value of a start is less than the end. And so this is basically a reverse function which we are using, and you might be know. So the time complexity for this code will be, so we are running three functions, and for the first function the time complexity will be n by 2. Then for the second function and the third function, the time complexity will be also n by 2. In this case, firstly we are reversing the three elements, and after that we are reversing the remaining elements, and technically we are reversing the entire array. So for these two function, the time complexity will be n by 2 and n by 2. So in this case our time complexity will be n by 2 plus n by 2 will be equal to big of n. Our space complexity will be big of 1, which is constant. So this is basically a pseudo code. Now let's write in code in LeetCode. So now let's write in code. Firstly we will store the length of an array in a variable, that is nums.length. Then we will just add two conditions, that if the n is equal to 1, or if the or if the k is multiple of n, that is the k modulus by n equal to 0, then we will just return. Or if it is not, then we will just modify our k. So if this condition is false, then we will just modify our k. So where the k is equal to the k modulus by n, then we will just call the reverse function, and in that we will pass our array. And firstly we need to reverse the entire array from 0 to n minus 1. Then we need to just reverse from 0 to k minus 1, where from 0 to k minus 1, and now we need to just reverse the remaining array, so from k to n minus 1. Now let's write a reverse function which will be of type public, void reverse, which takes an input array, that is nums, then the two indices, that is start and end. After that, we need to run an while loop to reverse an array, where the condition will be the start should be less than end, and so we need to swap two arrays. So we need to swap two arrays. So we can store the elements in int, that is int nums equal to the element at index start, and the element at index start will equal to the nums of end, and the nums of end will equal to temp. So this will reverse the array. Then we need to just do start plus plus and n minus minus. So now let's run code. So this is basically the code for the rotate an array, and if you understand the solution, then please like, subscribe and comment, and bye.